It's Johnjay and Rich. Just a second, we're going to get into the TV show on Netflix called Making a Murderer. First, though, Kyle, what do we need to know today?
A little bit about that show, but we'll get to that in just a second. People across the world woke up to something worse than a hangover on New Year's Day, the sobering realization they spent hundreds of dollars on their Uber ride home. Thanks to surge pricing, Twitter was full of angry attacks on the ride-sharing app over the weekend. In fact, one passenger in Canada reported being charged a whopping $1,114 for a 20-minute ride home.
Oh, my
Uber
goodness.
has now defended themselves, saying their pricing is based and always has been on supply and demand. So,
I have an Uber nightmare story I want to tell you, too, after this.
Uh-oh. Okay, we can't wait for that. Stephen Avery was convicted by a jury in Wisconsin of the murder of photographer Teresa Halbach. Now, he is serving a life sentence and is the inspiration for Making a Murderer, a 10-episode Netflix documentary series that raises questions about the circumstances surrounding his arrest. It also has inspired and compelled nearly 200,000 people to sign a Change.org petition to try to get Avery a pardon. Now, apparently under the Constitution, under the Constitution, he would only be able to get that if he got a presidential pardon. So they're hoping that this petition gains the attention of President Obama. He's busy, though. He's actually expected to release an executive action on gun control this week. The main component of the action would actually make the definition of who is a gun seller more specific, meaning people who sell a few guns per year would actually be required to now start conducting background checks. The changes that he's going to make would also shrink but not close the gun show loophole.
Wait, so you're saying that Stephen Avery right now is in prison for the murder of that photographer?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you just kind of ruined that whole season for me. I'm to the part where the girl's just missing.
Okay, well.
I haven't watched any of it, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
So right now, I'm at this episode where this photographer is missing, and they're thinking this guy might have something to do with it. They just found the car on his property. So now Kyle's telling me he's in prison already.
It's a news story, so I can't necessarily be ruining it.
No, I'm fine with
sorry.
it.
Okay. Now, an entrepreneur actually says his new company called Humai plans to be able to bring the dead back to life in the next 30 years. By 2045, this company aims to extend and enhance life by freezing human brains for extended periods of time using cryonics and deep freezing technology using very low temperatures. Scientists will then put these brains into artificial bodies, thus sort of allowing people to not die at all. He claims the ultimate goal is to preserve a human brain before a person dies, and he actually believes this will happen in the next 30 years.
And what do the artificial bodies look like?
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
could you pick your body?
I would think that you should be able to, right?
I got to believe, though, it probably looks like a weird robot or one of those wax museum people.
That's probably what happened in Star Wars with that Supreme Leader. He looks like he has a freaky head, right, on a body, and that's probably what happened.
If this is true, the next 30 years are going to be a little crazy, and that's what you need to know.